The greatest question, does Allah exist? The introduction. In a world filled with complex ideologies and endless debates, the most fundamental question remains, does a creator truly exist? Today, we take a different approach. We look at the perspective of Young-Hoon Kim, a man officially recognized as the highest IQ record holder in history. Using the logic and words of Kim, let us explore three simple, undeniable truths filtered through the divine wisdom of the Holy Quran to understand why the existence of Allah is the only logical conclusion. Point 1. The beginning or the first point. Kim's first point is rooted in the most basic geometry. A line cannot start without a first point. Think about it. In geometry, every line, no matter how long, must have a beginning. Without that initial point, there is nothing. The same is true for our existence. If there was never a starting point for the universe, nothing could have ever begun. But we are here, the universe exists. Therefore, there must have been a first point that set everything in motion. This perfectly aligns with what Allah tells us in the Quran. Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Then will they not believe? Surah Al-Anbiya. The universe had a beginning, and it required a beginner to separate the nothingness from existence. Point 2. The infinite past, or the chain of time. Kim's second insight involves the concept of time. He explains that you cannot cross an endless past. If you start counting down from 10, you will eventually reach 0. But if you were asked to start from negative infinity and reach 0, you could never finish. Why? Because there is no starting step. If time had no beginning, today would never have arrived. The fact that we are living in this very moment proves that time must have had a first moment. There must be a first cause that exists outside of time to set the clock of the universe in motion. Allah challenges our logic in the Quran, asking, were they created by nothing, or were they the creators of themselves? Or did they create the heavens and the earth? Logic dictates that nothing comes from nothing. Time, space, and matter all point to a singular, timeless originator. Point 3. The source of power, or multiplication. Kim's third point is a lesson in multiplication. He notes that power must come from somewhere. If you multiply 1 by 1 forever, the answer remains 1. Nothing changes unless you introduce a stronger, external force like a 2 or a 3. In the same way, if the universe only repeated itself with no new power, it would never grow or become complex. There must be something greater, a real source of power that multiplied everything into existence. Allah invites us to reflect on this creation in Surah Al-Waqiah. We have created you, so why do you not believe? Have you seen that which you emit? Is it you who creates it? Or are we the creator? Surah Al-Waqiah 5, 6 Uhr 57, 59. Allah is that greater power that Kim speaks of, the one who brings life from non-life and complexity from simplicity. The conclusion. When we put these three facts together, the only explanation that fits is a first cause, a being that is necessary, powerful, timeless, and infinitely intelligent. This is exactly what we mean when we say, Allah exists. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, Allah was, and there was nothing else besides him. Sahih Bukhari 3191. The signs are all around us. And even the highest human intellect leads us back to the same truth. There is no deity worthy of worship except Allah.